Hello, everyone. Thank you for coming back to the Donald John Trump monster in-house White House squatter. The White House squatter. The puppet that's been installed by the billionaires. What am I now? I sound like, am I a carnival barker or something? Come on, get your tickets. It's a shit show. So for Monday, August 4th, I'm using the Radiant Rider-Waite tarot, but my deck's trimmed down and I have my little astroglyphs to help me remember the health meanings. So let's see, how's it going to go for him health-wise today? Right there. Ruh-roh. Whoa. Okay. So, this is the forces in motion for the whole day. He's going to be blowing his top. He's going to be so angry, and he's trying to, keep himself together and keep the control going, but he can't. It's like he has this sick part in his psyche. You know how he's the bloviating bag of hot air. Every time I've looked at his astrological chart, that's all I see. Kitty time! Hey! Oh, goodness. So, but anyway, something's going to happen today that is going to tweak his, what we could call brains, but nah. And get him to maybe look at something a little bit differently. He's going to be shocked. I don't know what I don't know what he's going to be doing all day, but there's something. Now, on the level of health, because this is ruled by Mars and Uranus, this is like the life force and how the nervous system responds. And he's such a mess, with the anger, the emotional reaction, all the lies. This is a card of arguments and attacks, and it's also a card of accidents. So, it's just he could have a fever, he could have an infection, it could just be. And it can be something that creates, because of the nervous system, with Uranus ruling, it could have to do with just a total breakdown of his, the structure of his being. He can't keep getting the Tower upright or reversed, and the Temperance card reversed. This is a card of grave illnesses. Again, fevers, hot flashes if you're a woman. He could have hot flashes, I suppose, because I'm sure he's dehydrated all the time. Whoa. Okay. So anyway, let's just stick here with this one first, because we're, I know I'm teaching the meanings here. So when it comes to the Temperance reversed, it rules it's the energy moves fast. When it's reversed, it moves fast, and when it's upright or reversed, it moves fast. But when it's reversed, it moves quickly to the head. So his life force, blood, all of that is just, things aren't working well. This card rules the endocrine system, which requires homeostasis for all the systems to work together. Because it's also ruled by Sag, we're talking his liver, hips and thighs even. When it's reversed, we're talking, we've got the cups here, the flow back and forth. So this could be an incorrect dosage of drugs. It could be drug interactions. It could be an overdose. He drugs himself up on a daily basis. We know for sure that... Don Jr. is one of his, I don't know for sure, but I've gotten in guidance many times that Don Jr. is one of his dealers. And then he can get whatever drug he needs from his personal doctor. It's no longer Ronnie Jackson, but it's, some other dude. I don't even care about his name. I'm so tired of all the sycophants that I'm trying to keep track of. I'm just focusing in here. When it comes to the temperance card that continues to come through, we had a break, I think yesterday, maybe just yesterday. But we've had it for 6 days in a row last week with a day or two break, and then now we have it again. And when it comes through reverse, it's like a double whammy of all of the aspects that the reversal indicates. So again, deficiencies maybe in one area, excesses in another, so things just don't work. And he may it may be nothing other than he's really pissed because he's got an episode of gout or something that is really, painful. We'll see what other cards come through, whatever else is going on. But yeah. Blood sugar is an issue with this card too, because we're talking it's easy to see the red wings, the blood. Homeostasis is when everything works together in this correct miracle that's our bodies. But with him, he has such an addiction to Diet Coke, and aspartame is really bad for the brain. It literally is a neurotoxin. So there's that, and we know that all the drugs that he has are really hard on the liver, or the drugs that he's used, his drug use over his entire kitty time. His drug use time, the long, extensive time of his drug use over his lifespan. So, okay, in the morning, damn, let's just put this out here and I'll straighten him up. And then I can kind of rest my hands. I feel like I'm gripping the deck, man. I'm still trying to heal up my thumb. Okay, so forces in motion, greatest challenge for the whole day here, but this has been ongoing, so this is more than the day. We've gotten the tower many times. At the foundation of the reading for the day, we have, oh my God, I shouldn't be laughing. I'm sorry. I am so sorry. Okay. But it's just, didn't we have the Ten of Swords reversed yesterday? Do I need... Oh, there we are. I've got... You guys, you don't realize so when I look up at this viewfinder to try and straighten the cards, I'm also looking up into a window with the sun coming in. I have a shade there, but it's still really bright. So the contrast sometimes really gets to me. That's why you see me putzing with the cards constantly. Okay, so at the foundation for the entire day, we have the Wheel of Fortune reversed. So ruled by Jupiter, also rules Sag. So we've got a double, whammy of this liver problem going on that affects his ability for his circulation. Now also, the Page of Swords here is my whistleblower card. So he's not moving forward with this Wheel of Fortune coming through reversed. He's stuck in a negative karmic spin that is his fate, that's his destiny, because he has made so many bad choices in his life cycle. And so he can keep exercising his free will. I believe in free will and fate, but it's your free will choice that creates your fate, right? It's like, law of cause and effect. Like, you do this, you get that. It's called fuck around and find out. So here we go. He's off to, this is reverse. So he's just, he has to go backwards. And all he wants to do is golf. And then he's building this stupid ballroom in the White House. And there's also talk about the the reason that they took out the rose garden is and put in, parking, or not parking, but I'm sorry, paved it, is so that, it could be a wheelchair ramp someday. Like, he thinks he's never leaving. And if the Democrats don't start working as dirty as the GOP, I don't know what we're going to be headed towards, because, well, actually I do. I just don't want to say it. I don't want to put that out there. But with this gerrymandering that they're trying to do, all this redistricting that they're trying to do in Texas, that could just, that ruins the midterms for 2026. So if the Democrats don't do the same thing that the GOP has been doing for years, the Dems do it too. They just need to be dirtier with it, because that's, it's the way it is. So anyway, I'll let that go. But for his health here, things are out of his control. This card is also the sacrum and the hips, and so lower back area, hips, and then, like I said, on up a little bit up into the liver. And he's stuck in a vicious circle, right? Vicious circle of bad choices with the things that he puts into his body and all the food, and then the hatred, the absolute racism and sexism that just flows through his body on a daily basis. Can you imagine what that does to a person's guts and heart? His heart's closed, so of course he has heart problems. So then up here, first thing, these two cards are the morning. This is midday. This is evening. This is the middle of the night, because he's always up. You see him posting. Well, I don't, but people tell me. So the sun reversed is a card in the morning. This is like a sundowning card. Shout out to Nikki Darlin, who said, yeah, that's sundowning. Well, on the level of health, so it is sundowning, but it's first thing in the morning. So this isn't sundowning today. This is a really bad. This is like the highest energy card in the deck. So when it's reversed, there's that life force that is, again, the vicious circle. His life force is working against him, because he doesn't go towards anything that's loving and kind. It's like, what opens my question I'm wondering is, like, what opens his heart? Does anything open his heart besides Big Macs? It's like, oh, and French fries, oh, right? But anyway, back to the sun card reversed. This rules the heart and the solar plexus, third chakra, the core star, in everybody's body. He is a little tiny, and now it's even tinier. This is also waking up being depressed and feeling that he doesn't really have any success. He knows what he's been doing. Then again, on another level, he's unconscious about some things that are just so deeply embedded in him that he's not looking at. But anyway, this is another card that indicates the breakdown of bodily systems. So we have it here and here and here. And what is broken down the most is his inner authority, with the Empress reversed. And in this combo here reminds me of his father, even though I think he was, no, I can't remember what sign. I'm totally forgetting. Oh, who friggin' cares? I can't remember what sign his dad was. But his dad died from complications with Alzheimer's. So there's that. Now, what else with this? I'm feeling when it's reversed, it could be he's just so friggin' angry, because we've got so much angry here and here. He's like blowing his top, and that's not good for your health. So what he's so pissed off about, I have no idea yet, but I can imagine with him it could be anything. Most likely, I would think it's because the Epstein situation is not going away. And I don't know what's going to happen today to trigger all of this, but we're just going to have to watch for it. He tells on himself all the time. So, but anyway, back to meanings with the number 4, the Emperor is reversed. It's a card of structure and authority. It's the dad in the deck. The Empress is the mom. This is the dad. When it comes to reversed, this guy is unstructured. He's into domination and control, but there aren't any rules. It's just like my way or the highway. And therefore, it causes a lot of rigidity in the body and rigidity in the blood that doesn't move. His upper jaw is not doing well. He's probably grinding his teeth because he's so pissed off. But it's also a card of injury sometimes because there's, big fights and struggle. With Mars and Aries is like, dang, you don't want to get in the way of some guys coming at you like that. So I don't know what's, first thing in the morning. This might just be him internally when he first wakes up. So we'll have to just see what's on the news. And, I'm doing this reading on Sunday morning, so there's no way I can tell you for sure what that is. Could be a bunch of things based on these cards. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 majors. There's only 22 in the whole deck. These got 7 in one day. Ten of Swords reversed when it comes to the level of, or health-wise, just the health meanings, is his mind is gone. He's probably thinking about some women and how to get more attention and how to shut someone up. But instead, his mind just goes blank. He can't really, he's stuck in the past so easily. He just keeps going backwards. That's his dementia. But this could also be an upper body injury. This could also be pulmonary problems. Mercury in Virgo can bring through pulmonary problems and again, it's another card for neurological disorders. So we've got a double whammy there with the Tower. And what else? Sometimes it's a card of seizures. The back seizing up. Just think of what happens with the spinal column when a person, or if you've ever seen a poor little animal or a person go through a seizure, it's really an awful thing. He may be having many little strokes, and we know he's had one before because he's got that the foot drop, the ankle foot orthosis he's had for quite some time. So okay, the Strength card. It could be that it was supposed to be reversed and then it would show even more weakness and I just had a bad card flop. Or it could be that the Sun is a bad card flop and is supposed to be upright, and that would be revealing the fact that he has zero authority. The Sun's going to shine light on something anyway. What it's shining light on is the fact that he's lost it. He's lost it with his base, and yeah, I don't know what's coming out this morning, but this looks like a whistleblower to me. But at the very least, this is his ankles, and this card rules. Well, besides the Sun and Gemini, with the Sun and Gemini, we're talking lungs, but with everything below the knee, we're talking knees to ankles. The feet are ruled by Pisces and Neptune, but for him, it's pretty much, down to the ankles. So, yeah. And things aren't moving. Liver's not pumping. The filter is not working well. So, later in the evening, 7 of Pentacles reversed for health is neck problems, TMJ, and eating disorders, because it's Saturn in Taurus. But also, this is a card of failure, or at least success that didn't come through. There's a constriction with Saturn on finances with Taurus. Things didn't come through. The crop didn't harvest. He can't harvest the crop. He's worked for all this time to hold things together in a certain way, and now he's lost his shit all over the place. Maybe there's a diaper explosion. Oh my God. Okay. 9 of Wands, upright. Well, I can't really say there's more paranoia than normal, but this is just, him. I'd say, because I really do, I read directionally, I would say he's looking, and he has his moon and his north node in Sag. So this is literally like one of his tarot cards. So he's kind of beat up, but he's just got this wall around him all the time, and he's got he has his tools he can work with, but he's looking at the fact that he's a failure. Everything Trump touches dies. I mean, he can't even sell. I'm so grateful for you guys reminding me that he actually, remember, he failed with this Trump University scam and had to pay $25 million for that. He's filed bankruptcy 6 times, personal bankruptcy 6 times in his life. And then also some angel reminded me of the because I do believe he drinks. He forgets that he doesn't drink, and then drinks. But who knows what he puts in his Diet Coke. But he also had Trump vodka, and nobody bought it. So maybe he still has a lot of that lying around. Because we've got failure here. And he can just keep on keeping on. He needs resilience. He needs to be focused on his long-term goals. But I think he's in a lot of fatigue, and every time he gets tired and feels down, he goes into that failure place. And yeah, I'm here for it. I don't mind thinking that. Imagine how it might have been if Hitler failed. Imagine all the lives that could have been, 6 million? The genocide of 6 million people? So, later in the evening, he wakes up and he parties. Who's he drinking with? Who are these women he's partying with? He's celebrating at late at night, in the middle of the night. This dude is partying. He's partying down. It can be drugs and alcohol. With these 2 cards, my goodness. Okay. Well, that's all I have for today, except to remind you guys to light a candle on the full moon for Virginia Giuffre, because it's her birthday, August 9th. And we all get to celebrate the Aquarius full moon on August 9th. So, okay, thank you. Bye. Have a good day.